Hi, and welcome to the B-leav-itt Show, where believe it, if I can get through this day with a smile on my face and true personal independence in my sights, then believe it, so can you. It is Sunday, Easter Sunday, April 21st, 2019, in downtown Jacksonville. What a beautiful day. I have a guest on the show with me today. His name is Ben. He's a CNA here. Ben, could you tell my viewers a little about what you do here?
So I work at Baptist Medical Center in downtown Jacksonville. I'm a CNA, so I assist the nurses. I take vitals, make sure all the patients' needs are met, and that they're doing okay, and that if there's any problems, I let the nurse know so that we can take care of them as soon as possible.
Thank you so much for sharing that with my viewing audience. Briefly, could you tell us what CNA stands for?
Certified Nursing Assistant.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Now, what I understand, you told me the other day that you had a snowboarding accident. You love to snowboard?
Yeah, I do. Snowboarding is definitely one of my passions. It was in 2014. I hit a tree and actually broke my femur in half. I had immediate surgery. They stuck a metal rod right down the middle of it, 3 screws. I had to go through therapy. It was a lot. It was definitely a
Wow.
big experience.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that with my audience. And how did you hit that tree? Were you just riding down the hill, or how did you hit it?
So there was a little jump on the side of the run. And usually, I had done it previously that day. You just kind of go off the side of the jump, hit it, and then jump back onto the run. But it was icy this time, so I ended up jumping straight into a tree.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, thank God that you're here in good shape. It looks like you're able bodied right now to be able to tell this story. Do you have a picture on your phone of that break just to show my audience exactly what you went through? This is incredible, folks. Take a look at this.
Yeah, it's right here.
Wow, that is quite a break. Now, if you could share with my audience uh, how long it took you to recover, and some of the exercises that you use to recover and get strength in your leg.
So it took about 12 months for 100% recovery. I was able to get back to my daily day life with no hindrance whatsoever after about 6 months, but it wasn't 100% fully healed until a year had passed. I was on crutches for about 4 weeks, and then I ended up doing physical therapy for a little over a month. Um, my biggest thing too is when I did it, all my leg got a little bit shorter, and all my ligaments and tendons and stuff tightened up, so that I couldn't extend my leg. I was kind of stuck at a 90-degree angle. So the first major part of physical therapy was just stretching it back out and getting the range of motion down that I used to have.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. What was the most intense exercise and the most effective as well?
Most intense. Okay, so the most intense was probably they put me in. I don't remember the name, but it's essentially a treadmill, and you put on this belt, and they hook you up to these like plastic linings around the treadmill, and it blows up with air, so they can control what percent of your body weight you run with. So I would run with maybe 15% of my body weight at first just to get used to walking the motion because I essentially had to relearn how to walk. And that was definitely the most intense because that did not feel good. But the most beneficial would probably be just like this the probably the plyometric stuff, the stuff where I would just do like squats or lunges, stuff like that, just to get that strength back first, so that my leg could get used to my own body weight again, and then just to get it conditioned and working the right way.
Wow. So that was pretty painful, I imagine.
Uh, Yeah, it definitely didn't feel good. Although I will say, when they set my leg, basically when their bones broken, it was like this. When they set it, they put the bones back like this, how it's supposed to be. That probably hurt worse than when I actually broke it on the tree.
Ow! No pain, no gain. Right, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a long process, but I'm here. I can do everything I used to do, so no problems. Everything went very well.
Let me ask you one more question. If you didn't rehab, go through the rehabilitation process, and all that pain that you withstood to get your leg back into full condition, what would have happened to your process, to your recovery?
So if I didn't have surgery, I'm not even sure if I'd be walking. My left leg would definitely still be shorter than my right leg, and honestly, I have no idea what that would entail if I didn't have the surgery. Even after the surgery, I followed all what the doctor said, and that was big too because I ended up healing pretty quickly. So I would highly recommend listening to whatever the doctor has to say about your recovery because generally they know best. Um, and and I'm blanking.
The recovery. The recovery is very important.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's really what it's going to take to get you back to where you were. So whatever the doctor has to say, I would highly recommend sticking with, so you can get better and get the range of motion and get back to the strength that you had before.
Yes, outstanding. Thank you so much for sharing that information with my viewers. I'm so glad to be here with you today. Ben, you are an outstanding CNA as well. It takes a great passion for people to do what he does. He and Ashton, that's another CNA who has interviewed with me as well. He is very good at what he does, and I want to thank you for caring for me in the great way that you have, and for taking this moment with us today to talk about your injuries. It's very important for my viewers to hear that.
Yeah, no
So, with
problem at
that
all.
said, I want to thank you for tuning in to the B-leav-itt Show, where believe it, if I can get through this day with a smile on my face and true personal independence in my sights, believe it, so can you. I care about each and every one of you out there. If I can reach just one person to make a difference in their life, then I am a success. And if you want to reach out to me, you can reach me at B-leav-it19